Alright, Shalom Akim. This is y'all Batazar coming back. You know, to prophesy the downfall of America. Let the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians know that you're the true Hebrew Israelites of the scriptures, man. The chosen people of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus. Alright, you know, the Israelites that are scattered to the four corners of the earth, known as in the scriptures as the Gentiles, or the confusion of faces. Alright, the scripture in this gospel, Salaki, this gospel is for you. Alright, and I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, much love and respect to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Wahab Rakak Wadash, Barakatam, Akim. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just jump into some scriptures regarding the deliverance of the elect, okay? The ones that are going to be, that are going to escape all the sad perils that are going to become, they're going to come across the whole earth. No matter where on the earth or the planet you go, there's going to be hell there, man. Okay, there's going to be destruction, and there's going to be a death angel sent out to all the four corners of the earth. There's not going to be no escaping the reality that is about to hit a lot of these people that are asleep right now, man. And I'm talking about spiritually being asleep, not knowing the truth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, nor are they taking heed to the sound of the trumpet. All right, and that's our job, is to sound the trumpet. Okay, so I want to talk about some of that stuff and how simultaneously there's going to be deliverance and the destruction of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, no matter where you go on the earth, that's not going to deliver you from destruction. All right, because whether you decide to go to Mexico, you go to Alaska, Hawaii, there's going to be destruction. Look what happened in Hawaii not too long ago. You know, just a few months back, they had a false flag alert saying that they're under a missile attack. All right, a nuclear attack, man. So there's nowhere on the part of the earth that you can run to where you're gonna escape. Okay, there's certain things that you have to understand about the Bible, man. Okay, the Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he's gonna protect the elect, and he's gonna guide you through the wilderness. It's like whenever they were delivered out of Egypt, yeah, they had Yahweh Bashem Yahushai with them. All right, they were with Yahushai. But guess what? There was a lot of people that were dying just because he was guiding them to the promised land because of their stubborn and rebellious heart. So they were actually with Yahushai, but because they were with him, people were still being put to death, man. So you have to be spiritual when you come into the scriptures, man. All right. And real quick, I'm gonna start out with Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 14. It says, "Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt." So because we know, everybody knows about that Exodus, about what happened with Pharaoh. That was a great deliverance. But this deliverance that we're about to see come soon is greater above all that, man. There's not going to be nothing compared to the deliverance that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is about to do. It's going to be so spectacular. All right, it's going to be out of this world. You know, no words can describe how it's going to be, man, because Yahweh is a theatrical power, man. All right, he's going to make a grand entrance. He's going to make people know that it's him, and that these words are being fulfilled, that these prophecies will be fulfilled, and it's great power, man. All right, so you have to keep that in mind, man, because that's what draws us to knowing Yahweh Shai, is that we know the fear and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So we're still here in this day, still in our captivity. So guess what? We're expecting another deliverance, a deliverance that far exceeds the one that had already happened. All right. So before I go any further on that, it says, Salakia. The scripture just slipped my mind. Oh, Khan, right here in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book." All right, so there's not going to be nothing compared to this time, man. All right, it's going to far exceed the first deliverance that we went through, going from Egypt, physically being in Egypt. All right, in that landmass of Mizraim. All right. And because Egypt means house of bondage, but the actual landmass was referred to as Mizraim, all right, and the land of Han, all right, the land of Canaan. But now we're in a spiritual place called Egypt, which is over here in America, man. And that's why you got to go to Revelations and the book of Jeremiah, the book of Isaiah, to get these certain understandings, and the book of Daniel to understand how things are going to play out, and understand how certain scriptures will be speaking about the deliverance, and out of nowhere we'll talk about the Gentiles. All right, and then the destruction of the Gentiles, and then it'll jump into something completely different, because everything is put. You have to learn how to rightly divide the word of truth, man. That's what it tells you in Timothy. Rightly study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman not needed to be ashamed, but to rightly divide the word of the Most High, man. Rightly dividing it, man. Okay, it's like a puzzle. You got to put it together. All right. So going back to Daniel 11 or 12 and 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. You know, because that dust represents confusion. That's what's going on here in the city of Babel, man. The city of confusion, which Babel means confusion. Baba means confusion. Okay? So now we're being stirred up in our minds and our pure minds to come back to our true nationality, man. We're knowing who we are as a people. We're knowing these other nations. We're understanding how women work. We're understanding the truth about things, man. The origins of the holidays. You know, we're knowing that. We're understanding words. We're understanding how to be articulate type men. You know, using the faculties that Yahweh Shai has given us, the 7 faculties. You know, but ultimately being guided by the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, which is what? This word, not by your own mind, but by the word of Yahweh Shai. You have to understand that, man. That this time is going to be a great deliverance. This deliverance that's going to happen is not going to be compared to the one that's already happened, man. The chariots are going to come, man. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's what Yahweh Shai says. That his chariots are going to come, and they're going to beam us up into those chariots. What do you think it means when it says come up hither, man? When it says come up hither with that great sound of a trumpet, that's talking about the chariots, man, delivered up into a cloud. All right, which I'm going to bring that out, and I'm going to pull precepts regarding what that cloud represents. Okay? He that had ears, let him hear, because the scriptures can be multifold. When I say multifold, they can mean several things, you know, but it's all alluding to the same thing. All right? You could just use it in different situations. You can use it in different to explain certain things. All right? So it said, Daniel 12 and 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. That's why right now we're gathering the elect. How, man? Through the word of Yahweh Shai. This is what's gathering the elect from the 4 corners of the earth. The brothers everywhere on the 4 corners of the earth are being gathered together by the Spirit of Yahweh Shai via internet, when they hear us on the highways and the byways, man. Us being witnesses and a light upon the housetop, man. Telling them prepare for the coming destruction. Okay, because it's coming, man. Real quick, let me verify that right here in the book of Isaiah. There's many scriptures that prove it, but there's this one right here, because this is going to be done up until the point of that deliverance, man. But it's going to come a point where there is going to be a famine of the word. We don't know how exactly it's going to play out, but we know that this word is still going to be preached. We know this word is still going to be preached to those that is predestined to receive it. Whether we be on the internet anymore or not, it's still going to be pushed out. And that, like I said, we don't know how exactly everything's going to play out, but we have the scriptures to more or less let us know how things are going to happen. And we know that we're going to be delivered by the chariots, because that's what Yahweh Shai has said. That's what he wrote in the scriptures, man. All right? That's why you got to go back to Revelation. Revelations reveals a lot of things about the end of days, the last days, being in this place spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. Okay? This is in the book of Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh will keep not silence. Give him no rest till he establish and take, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. You see? So we're going to continue to be doing the work, man. We're going to be pushing his word, all right, up to that very last point, man. However the Lord sees fit for each individual man, because we're all going through that straight gate, man. And only one man can go through that narrow gate one by one. Every brother has his own, is going to have his own testimony and route of going through certain things. All right, whenever all hell pops off, yeah, you ain't going to see us out here anymore. We're going to be in the wilderness, man. Because in the inner cities, when all hell is going to be breaking loose right here, people are going to be killing each other for food. We ain't going to be in the city, man, Lord willing, because the scriptures tell us to go into the wilderness, man. That's our escape route, and to survive and depend on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So it says, and give him no rest. Give who no rest? These 2/3, these Edomites, these so-called white people, all right, which are the devil according to the scriptures. Give them no rest. Let them know that they're about to be destroyed. Their kingdom, America, is about to be destroyed, man. And they're about to go into captivity for a period of 1,000 years because of all the things that they've done to the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, and what they've done to the earth. They polluted, all right? They sold all the nations lies and deceit through the philosophies and false doctrines. That's who we're not giving them no rest, man. We're letting you know who you are biblically. You're biblical Edomites, man. You so-called white people. You 2/3 are going to be destroyed. The Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians, you are Hebrew Israelites. But you will be put to death along with this man. All right? It says, give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And we're not a praise in the earth right now. There ain't nobody glorifying Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai at its fullest. All right? Right now it's just the elect men. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. Those are the ones that are glorifying Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in great boldness before the face of our enemy, in the land of our captivity. We shall remember ourselves in the land of our captivity, man. So while we're doing that, that's building us up and getting us ready for that time, man, to be covered by the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, no matter where you go, you're going to be covered and protected. All right? If the Lord permits and has you go to outside of the boundaries of America, then so be it. That's where you're going to end up. But either way, you're going to be delivered. You're going to be gathered up by a chariot, man. Because when that sound of the trumpet is sounded, you're going to be caught up in the air, whether you accept it or not. But that's part of it being accepted by Yahweh Shai, because you're going to believe in His word, man. You're not going to say, well, no, it's going to happen this way. No, that's what it says. But you have to know the scriptures. You have to know what the scriptures are talking about. Where the scriptures lie at when it talks about that last sounding of the trumpet. Okay, because we're coming into that seventh trumpet, man. We're coming into that seventh day, that third day, where Yahweh Shai resurrected. That was part of a 7-day period because He was a Passover lamb, man. People say, oh, it was 3 days. No, he was a Passover lamb. He represents the Passover, man. Yahweh Shai, who the world eagerly calls Jesus Christ, man. So it's a period of 7 days. Okay, and you go into Revelation, it talks about 3.5 days and another 3.5 days. All right, which I'm going to get into, but that's the point, man, is that the watchmen are going to never hold their peace day or not, nor night until he maketh is Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Okay, so going back to Jeremiah 16 and 14, therefore behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it will no more be said, the Lord liveth and brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Where's the land of the north represent, man? North America. Because the bulk of the Israelites are over here, man. The majority over here, and there's going to be a great deliverance right here in America, man. And if you take part in that, that's where you're gonna be caught up in a chariot, man. Simultaneously, you're going to be delivered while there's being the missiles are coming to destroy this place. You have to have faith and believe that's going to happen, man. Now, if you're doubting it and thinking that, oh, you got to be simple and stupid to stay here and be eaten up by a missile, that's you have no faith. Because check it out, man. A few years back, we had this guy named, we call him Bubble Eye Blackfish, Rakah, that's part of that was the main head of GOCC, Gathering of Christ Church. He commanded his whole congregation that were over here in the United States to go over there to Israel. And not even, I don't even think it was even a year, they came straight back over here to America, man. Now he's still here in New York. You know, because he was on that same doctrine tip, man, saying that you had to leave America in order to escape the coming destruction. No, man, that's you trying to you basically still had the spirit of fear on you, man. You don't have faith, because the Lord's gonna guide you in that time. Right now, this is what your duties to do. You're still a slave. You still get up, go to your job. You take care of your daily duties. And then you go onto the highways and the byways, you rehearse the righteous acts in the midst of it, in the face of your enemy. All right, that's how you're fulfilling this scripture right here in the book of Micah. That's how you're fulfilling the scripture right here, man. Micah 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword destruction. But guess what? That applies to brothers that are in Australia, or brothers that are in Alaska, Hawaii, Mexico, because you got brothers in Mexico. You got brothers in South America. All right, you got brothers in Africa. You got brothers, Lord willing, the brothers still up there in the Philippines. You got brothers in Europe. This scripture applies to every single brother that's waking up. Wherever you may be, that applies to that person, man. So it's talking about spiritually separating yourself and mortifying yourself from this current existing world, man. Its philosophies and its doctrines, the wicked vibration they put out. All right, not being part of this society, man. It's like in the movie Matrix. It's the same thing, man. It's the same exact thing. Spiritually separating yourself from this place and being holy, because the word holy means to separate, to be separate. These people out here ain't holy. These people are a bunch of damn foul dogs, man. These people are wicked and evil, liars and thieves. When they stole this land from my people, the Native American Indians, man. And while they walk up and down like if it's all good. The Most High hasn't forgotten the things that you've done to my people, man. So no matter where we at, where the Akim at, the brothers, it applies to that brother, man. It says, arise ye. It says, arise ye and depart. See? So when you arise and depart, it ain't talking about this physically getting up and moving out, because that's already happened, man. That's already been established. And look what happened. The main head of Rakal, the GOCC, came straight back from Israel back to America, man. So he caused many people to go over there, spent money just to come right back. Why? Because things ain't the same, man. You gotta wait on the Lord, man. You can't force the Lord's hand. So yeah, you can make the choice to go to Mexico, but guess what? You're gonna catch hell over there still too, because you're still under the curses, man. You're still under the curses. So it's better to wait. Yet the scriptures say, wait ye upon the Lord, man. Wait ye upon the Lord. Now when you start trying to go outside of that, that's when things become difficult. And I can give a testimony on that. When you try to take things in your own hands, it never works out the way you planned it to be. It always turns out the opposite. It turns into it becomes bad, man. Versus being patient and waiting for the Lord. All right, which is there's a scripture. Let's see. Salakia, bros. Give me a second. All right, let me see if I can find that script. This is Psalms 37 and 7. It says, "Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him." You see, so we're supposed to rest in the Lord. How do you rest in the Lord, man? In this Word. This is your comforter. All right. This is your protection. This is your shield, your buckler. All right. This is your oil, your ointment. So it says, Psalms 37 and 7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Fret not not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. You know, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. But the point is to rest in the Lord and wait patiently. All right, that's your duty, is to wait patiently, fear the Most High, and obey His commandments and do the work. All right, there's another one. Let's see if I can find it. This is Psalms 27, verse 11. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of my enemies. Because we know that Yahweh Shai, why He's bringing this judgment of destruction is because of His enemies. Because they were an enemy to Him before they were to us. So King David, King David is praying, teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of my enemies. Deliver me not over unto the will of my enemies. The Lord ain't going to deliver you unto the will of the enemy, because the will of the enemy is to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, man. To be destroyed by the animals of the field, by certain diseases, all right, torture, cannibalism, hunger, thirst, all right, dehydration. It said, deliver me not over unto the will of my enemies, because all those things were created for them to be destroyed by, man. All right, the Lord didn't create those for you to be destroyed. All right, let me go ahead and bring that out. The book of Sirach. This is Sirach. There's two of them. Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. That's right. Part of that spirit that was designed for vengeance was the ICBM missiles, man. All right, but those were designed to appease the wrath of him that made them. And it's going to fall upon who? Upon the head of these Edomites, so-called white men, the international bakers, the Amalekites, all right, the so-called Jews that are over there in Israel and wherever else they're scattered, claiming themselves and calling themselves Jews. That's going to fall upon their own pate, man. Their own device that they created is going to be their destruction, not your destruction, man. So no matter where you go, you're still under the curses, and you have to wait upon Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And how do you wait? Doing the work, man. Going onto the highways and the byways, presenting your body a living sacrifice. No matter where you at, you're supposed to go out there. It don't matter if you're in the barrio, the ghetto. It don't matter if you're in the middle of nowhere. You have to go out, because somewhere, they're gonna see it. And you got to remember, the Lord's word don't ever return unto him void, man. Wherever it goes, whenever it goes out, it's gonna go and accomplish to where it needs to go. Especially if you have the proper doctrine. If you have the right doctrine under the right spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, guarantee it, man, 100% is going to be fulfilled. All right? And you have to be under the proper teachings, and the teaching of under a great millstone, man. You can't be dabbling with IUIC. You can't be dabbling with GOCC. Well, I'm going to pick a little bit from teachings from them and little teachings from them. No, you got to be under one, man. That's it. Because we come under only under Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. There ain't nothing else over us, man. And we rightly divide the word of truth. Okay? It says, I'm going to read it again, Sirach 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. And that could be anything. It could be, the spirits that are in the heavens, and they hop onto certain people to murder somebody, or cause an accident, and however it may play out. Or use an animal, all right? But I'm more or less going back to that main instrument that is going to be the primary instrument that's going to be destroying America and a lot of these people over here on this side of the world, man. Because a lot of people ain't gonna escape. They're not gonna go to their own land. These people are gonna stay right here. Because why? Because the scriptures say it has to be fulfilled, man. You have to remember the scriptures. It says, when they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction falls upon them, man. So a lot of people in America, they're thinking they're in a safe place. They think they got safety, They think they're good. But you have to remember, that has to be fulfilled, man. So not everybody's going to go into their own land. If anything, a lot of Mexicans are coming over here, man, because they're escaping the destruction that's going on over there with the cartels, the drug lords. You got different things popping off over there that ain't fully touched here in America. America's going to be touched, man. Ain't nobody going to be able to escape, because the scriptures talk about that, man. Look at the example that happened over there in Louisiana or New Orleans, when that tsunami came through and knocked down those walls. It was a big destruction over there, man. And guess what? When FEMA went in there, when FEMA went inside there, they set up checkpoints, and you could not pass in and out of that city, man. They were holding their guns, weapons, and everything. So what makes you think you're gonna be able to go to Canada, to Tijuana, or right here in Acuña in Mexico, man? What makes you think you're gonna do that? Because they're gonna set checkpoints everywhere, man. That's where you have to depend on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and have faith that you're going to be taken care of and delivered. And the scriptures say, he that endureth to the end shall be saved. He that endures to the end shall be saved, man. All right. So you got to keep all these precepts in remembrance, man. When they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction shall fall upon them, man. Nobody's gonna have time to go to their own lands. What about the Negro, the so-called Negro from the tribe of Judah? All right, the Benjamites. All right, the Levites. They ain't gonna have time to get on a boat and go to that island. You know, okay. So where's Judah gonna go? Judah don't gotta have a home. You know, where's Judah gonna be at then, man? You gotta take these things into consideration, man. You can't just go off one precept. You gotta go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, man. And you gotta put these things together and think spiritually. Consider the things that you're reading, man. Not just one and going off and running with it as it being the truth. Okay? There's reasons why those scriptures are there and they're saying that. Okay? Because guaranteed, when all hell breaks loose, you best believe, because we're a people before a place. So when the Mexicans are gonna link up with other Mexicans. You can have all, you know, the Negroes linking up with Negroes. You're gonna have whites linking up with whites. That's gonna happen. It happens in the prison system. We know that. Okay, but right here it's gonna be the primary deliverance of the elect, man. But yeah, you got brothers over there too. But the great deliverance is gonna happen here in America, man. All right. It says Sirach 39. And 29, fire and hell, famine, death, all these were created for vengeance. You see, that fire, the ICBM missile was created for vengeance, man, to appease the wrath of him that created it, man. You see, which is who? Yahweh shot. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction, punishing them to destruction. Because the scriptures say in 2 Ezra chapter 9, they shall know it, death by pain, man. All right? Death by pain. When you read further up, I'm going to bring that scripture out. Lord willing, I remember. The Spirit allows me to remember and bring it out. But it says that there's going to be some that are going to be saved from those said perils or that destruction by their faith and their works, man. They're going to be brought forth out of that. Out of all that, man. You got to consider these scriptures, these precepts, man. There's many precepts, and some things can be confusing, but you can't allow that. You gotta wait patiently upon the Lord to give you proper understanding, man. Ask a brother a question. Ask brothers questions. You know, don't just start putting videos up, putting up your own 2 cents or whatever you think it means, or what you know, your assumptions. The scriptures say, "Be not presumptuous," because that could be a sin, man. You have to consider these things, man. All right. Now, if the Lord has it on you to go to Mexico, so be it, because there's brothers in Mexico. You know, you got brothers in Mexico that are doing the work. You know, I can't tell you exactly where they at, but I know the brothers are there. It's like, from what I know, there's like 3 brothers in different areas in Mexico by themselves out there pushing His word, man, and the spirit of power, Yahweh shine. All right, and those brothers are gonna be delivered too. All right, and I'm gonna jump down to Sirach 40. And 9, it says, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge, these things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. You see, so all these bad things were created for the wicked, man, to destroy them, not you. If you're coming in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right, now it's time to set your house in order, man. Get the things that you lack in, get it filled up, man. Fill up your lamp, so to speak. That's what we talk about, man. Keep yourself filled with that oil, man. You need to eat this roll quick. You need to get all this understanding quick, man. Scriptures say, in Isaiah 33, it says, what wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of thy times, right? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of thy salvation, right? When you go to Proverbs chapter 4, it tells you to get wisdom, right? But with all thy getting, get understanding, man. So you got to get understanding and understand what these scriptures and how to fit them in between one another, man. All right? You got to understand. You got to listen to the brothers, okay? GMS are the only ones that are breaking these things down to a T, man. Everybody else is lacking. They ain't going into history, secular history and things of that nature. They ain't going into the prophets. They ain't going into any of that, man. Prophecy. Right? But going back to Psalms 27 and 11. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of my enemies. Deliver me not over unto the will of my enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. That's right. So we got to wait on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. We got to wait on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Be of good courage, man. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Keep doing the work. Go out there in the highways and the byways, man. Present your body a living sacrifice, because that's what's going to pay. That's what's going to outweigh everything else, man. Our words don't mean shit. Our thoughts don't mean shit. This work, doing this work is what counts, man. Rehearsing the righteous acts, you know, doing the applying the law, statutes, and commandments into our life, man. That's what's gonna count, because the Lord said He's not forgetful. He's not gonna forget our labor of love. All right, which has a great recompense of a reward, man. That's what we're doing. But now, if you want to try to misinterpret the scriptures to your own private interpretation, guess what, man? You got a bad thing looking forward. You got a bad thing to look forward to, man, and it's not good. That's why right now the brothers are doing what they do. Come out on the highways and the byways, make videos to edify you, to build you up, so you won't be ignorant in that day. You won't be ignorant, because Paul even said that. I will not have you, brethren, to be ignorant of this matter, man. What matter? Whatever matter. It could be baptism. It could be the water baptism doctrine. It could be Yahweh Shai's image doctrine. It could be who the Gentiles doctrine. All right. It could be the John 3:16 breakdown doctrine. You know, you have to have the understanding of these things, man. All right, and understand that simultaneously there's going to be a deliverance. The deliverance has already happened. It's already been written. We're just being sealed through the Spirit. Whoever the elect are, we're going to know at the very end, because the scriptures say, "He that endureth to the end shall be saved." All right, and there's some that are already there because they died already, and they're sealed. They're already in the heavens. That's why when you go into Thessalonians, it talks about those that have been asleep, that are asleep. All right, we're going to be caught up then in the heavens, man. That's talking about those that the 144, the elect, already been sealed, that already died, and they're already up there waiting for us, man. We're going to meet together. You got to consider all these things, man. All right. So let me go ahead and go back to, let's see. Micah 2:10, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. That's right, this place will destroy you with the sword destruction if you continue to walk in the ways of this place, man. All right, you have to separate yourself spiritually to be holy. All right, to change your manner of life, renewing the inner man from day to day, and putting off the old man from day to day. All right. It's not talking about separating yourself, moving to a whole different region of the world. All right, it's not talking about that. We're not in the time of doing that, man. That's in a way that's a